Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this lecture we are going to discuss about field effect transistor. What is a field effect transistor? It is a unipolar transistor, which means only one charge carriers is involved. That may be either electrons or holes. If electrons are involved, it is meant by N channel JFET. If holes are involved, it is P channel JFET. When I say involved, it means movement of that charge carrier from one terminal to another terminal, from for example source to drain. So let's have all those technical aspects after a few minutes. Now I am going to discuss this N channel JFET. As I said here, this is a N channel where two P layers are kept aside with center at the with N channel at the center. Now I am going to discuss it with an analogy. So many students find it difficult to understand the concept of field effect transistor. Now I hope this analogy will be simple. Imagine this as a lab, this entire box as a lab with it's a room. These P layers are gates. Take it as gates, and this N channel, this full N channel is scattered with many mice. Scattered with mice sitting all around here with gate here. Now we are doing a study experiment where we want the mice scattered here to run out of this room and reach the reward point. Let's have the reward point as a food. The food is kept here. We want the mice from this region to run out and reach the reward point. So let's have the reward point as food. Very good fragrance of food. Cheese. So when I keep the reward here, what happens is the mice start scattered in this chamber, start to run out and reach the reward point one by one from this region to out. So the more and more I increase the fragrance of the cheese, the faster the movement of the mice will be out of this chamber. At the same time, what happens is this gate starts to close. This room is programmed in such a way that the mice scattered here move out of this room to reach the reward point. At the same time, based on the reward fragrance of the cheese I put here, this gate starts to close. So at the maximum fragrance of the cheese, the mice starts running in a very fast way, and at the same time what happens is this gate starts to close. It starts to close slowly, and there will be no further movement of mice after this gate closes because there is maximum fragrance of cheese available here and mice cannot move further. I before itself said that this gate starts closing as I increase the fragrance of this food. So what we are trying to achieve is how many mice came out of the chamber and reached the reward point by the fragrance of the cheese. That should be our objective of the study experiment. So what we understood, what we are going to understand from this study is the more and more we increase the fragrance of the cheese, the number of mice will increase. So same goes to the concept of field effect transistor. Let's see that in detail. So based on the analogy discussed, now we are going to compare the analogy with technical aspects of operation of N channel JFET. So as I already said, this is an N channel JFET where electrons are the charge carriers and N channel is the center and P layers are at either sides. Now what happens is our objective is to obtain the current by controlling the voltage. Okay, there are three terminals: drain, gate and source. So we will understand the application or use of these three terminals. So drain and source terminals are the one which are going to facilitate the movement of electrons. From source, we are going to attract the electrons to drain region so that we are going to achieve a drain current in the opposite direction. you know that drain current flows in the direction opposite to that of any current flows in the direction opposite to that of electrons. Here we term it as drain current since electrons move from source to drain by a type of biasing. So we will see that. So our final objective for any transistor or a semiconductor device to obtain the current. Here also that will be our objective. Now gate, source and drain are three terminals. First, so as the name suggests, gate is the controlling terminal. We are going to control the movement of electrons by using gate. We will see that in a step by step way. First we will have the gate to source as 0 voltage, VGS as 0. We should call this VGS as gate source voltage, that is the term. Now if you can see, both the P layers are internally connected and that is called as gate. There is a reason for that internal connection. Now drain and source are separate. These are called as ohmic contacts. Now the objective is to facilitate the movement of electrons from source to drain. We can do that by reverse biasing the drain to source terminal. This is called as VDS, drain to source voltage. This is gate to source voltage. This is drain to source voltage. So the more and more we increase the reverse bias, if you compare with that analogy, the more and more you increase the fragrance of the cheese, there will be more movement of mice. Number of mice movement from the chamber to the reward point will be more. Similar way, the more and more you increase the reverse bias, the movement of electrons will increase. And at the same time, if you can see, this is P layer and this portion is the depletion layer. This portion is the depletion layer. Now, according to this is N channel, this is a reverse bias. And this holes here, right, it will, by reverse biasing, the depletion layer is also going to increase. The depletion layer is also going to increase because this is P layer, it's a depletion layer. Now depletion region is going to increase and same time there will be movement of electrons from source to drain based on the reverse bias. So we start to increase the voltage, drain to source voltage from 0 to a certain point. I'll tell what is a certain point. It will start moving slowly. When we are increasing to 0 to 5 volt, 1, 2, 3, 4, any voltage. Here, what happens is, we are starting to increase the voltage and at the same time, this gate, this depletion layer starts to increase as we increase the reverse bias voltage. Okay, in practical, the depletion layer does not increase inside like this in an even way. It will increase in a way like this. Slowly from this point, from internal point, it will increase and this gate, I am telling this as gate because there is a point at which these two regions come near to each other but does not touch each other. That point is called as pinch off point and the voltage to attain that pinch off point is called as pinch off voltage. Now what happens is, again when going to the process, we increase the VDS voltage from 0, it starts to increase slowly. And if you can see, when we increase the voltage, the drain current also increases. Drain current is in milliamps. It also increases. What is the reason? As the electrons move in this direction, in the top direction, drain current move, we get drain current in the below direction, downward direction. So we increase the voltage and we obtain the drain current, and at the same time this depletion layer increases and starts closing, and we reach a point called as pinch off point. This is that point. Let's have, above which there is no transfer or movement of electrons from source to drain. The movement or transfer of electrons is stopped or obstructed, and at that point the current starts to be constant. Current starts to be constant. Where this point, at this, where there is no movement of electrons further and the current starts to remain constant, it is called as pinch off voltage, and this current is called as IDSS. This is called as maximum drain current, maximum drain to source current, and this S denotes VGS voltage 0. Here if you can see, we have shorted VGS, gate to source voltage. I will tell the application of this gate to source voltage in a moment of time, in some moment of time. Now the gate to source voltage is 0. There is no influence of gate to source voltage. At this point, VGS equal to 0, and this is the maximum drain current we could achieve. In any N-channel JFET, this is the maximum drain current we could achieve when gate source is 0. Okay, so this point is called as IDSS. This IDS is drain to source current and its S is VGS equal to 0. Gate and source are shorted with no bias. This voltage is called as pinch off voltage, where there is no further movement of electrons allowed from drain to source region. Okay, that is one point where when VGS is 0, we obtain maximum drain current because there is no influence of gate. Now, I am going to tell why this depletion region. Previously, I drew the depletion region in a rectangular pattern, even pattern. But in practical case, the depletion region increases in this manner. Top will be more. It will curve more at the top and lesser at the end, at the bottom. The reason is, if you can see this diagram, there are internal resistances in field effect transistor, N channel or P channel. There are internal resistances. Let's have 4 internal resistances and you apply 2 volt here for an example. So what happens is 0.5 volt gets dropped here in this resistor. For 2 volt we can divide it into 4. 0.5 volt, so you get 1.5 volt here at this point if you measure. So that is the reason, since the voltage is more at the top and since the drop is less, only 0.5 amount of voltage is dropped among 2 volt, we get 1.5 volt. So the depletion layer increases maximum at this region. So as we go below, another 0.5 drops here, we get 1 volt. So if you can see this point, it is the curvature has decreased. If you can see, the curvature has decreased. So still moving below, another 0.5 is dropped and we get 0.5 voltage. So if you can see here, this is 0.5 voltage. And still moving down, another 0.5, we get 0 voltage, and you can see here there is no depletion with increased here. Okay, again I say there are internal resistances. If you apply 2 volt, from here 0.5 volt gets dropped here because of this resistance. So the depletion curvature is more at the top because more voltage, 1.45 voltage can be experienced here, and as the internal resistances goes on increasing, another 0.5 volt drops here. This curvature slowly, what happens is, decreases because the voltage drop starts to increase. Here 1.5 volt and here 1 volt and 0.5 volt. 2 volts slowly starts to, from 1.5 volt, 0.5 dropped here, and if you see here 1 volt dropped here and remaining 1 volt is here. Voltage drop starts to increase as the internal resistance increases. That is the concept, and that is the reason why this depletion region is in a curved way. So we have to understand that when VGS is equal to 0, which means there is no influence of gate to source voltage, the drain current will be maximum. Okay, that is the concept, and we have to note that this VDS drain to source voltage is reverse biased. If and only if it is reverse biased, the electrons will be attracted from source to drain. This is applicable for N channel JFET. For P channel JFET, drain to source voltage must be reverse biased. Always remember, drain to source voltage must be reverse biased, then only we can get current. We can get the current flow. So this is the concept of where we can get the drain current maximum when VGS is equal to 0. So further influence of gate to source voltage we will see in the upcoming lecture, so that you will better understand what does the gate to source voltage do here. When you apply negative voltage, what happens? When you apply positive voltage, what is the influence of this both P layers? Because gate to source voltage is connected, gate is internally connected, these P layers are connected to the gate. So we will understand the influence of those the gate to source voltage on the P layer. Thank you.